Hello, family. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing well today. Let me see who all is in the house. You know, we got to talk about it down there in Mississippi. Yes, man went up in the club. He started saying some things he shouldn't have said. It was all over with, family. See, we done told people about going into places being disrespectful. Why y'all got to be disrespectful with? I'm trying to figure that out. Then we're going to talk about the review of the Diddy trial. Yes, because it's an escort that has come out and said uh he don't know what Cassie talking about, but he has never been an escort for them. He said he didn't like the fact that Cassie went up there on that stand and said his name. How she get his name, he said he don't know. But he said he wants some straightening from Cassie and the prosecutors. Oh, we finna talk about it, family. Yes. And then we also gonna talk about Brandon Johnson, who got up there in that church, sitting over there by the pulpit, told that tale, and now he got flipped in that quicksand. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that too. We got a lot of little topics. Yeah. Let me get on here and let me see what's going on, family. Salute to everyone. Yes. Y'all better stop going in people clubs talking bad like this is back in the 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s. This is 2025. People are not going for that disrespect like that. No, they're not. They're not going for it. Uh-oh. I got that too loud. Kendall Laurel in the house. Kendall Laurel in the house. Hervey Militant in the house. Cheryl Day in the house. Cheryl Day in the house. And we're going to see if we got it right this time, family. Paul Cousins in the house. Salute from London. Salute from London. You done came in from London. Salute. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in today. I'm going to give a few more minutes, family, and then I'm going to get right down to it because I do have a lot to say about what's been going on here. So I'm going to just give a few more minutes, okay? And then we'll get to popping. Yes, we're going to get to popping. It's a lot, family. So how's everybody doing? Let me see who all else has come into the house. Let me see who else has come into the house. Let me read some of your. Kendall R. said, Cafe of Knowledge Family. Come on in to the Knowledge Family, Kendall R. said. Cheryl Day, good afternoon, everyone. Paul Cousins from London said, greeting lovely cafe, respect to the family. Hervey Militant. Yes. Okay. Well, then we're going to get started, honey. Yes, because this is the holiday weekend, and I know a lot of people have things to do, and I have a lot to do as well. But let's kick it off. Let's kick it off. Salute, and salute to everybody who is viewing as well. Just make sure that y'all hit the like button too. Please. But let's get right on down to it, family, because there was a man who went into a Mississippi bar. Okay? Caucasian man. He went into a Mississippi bar and he went in there and he started calling the people in the bar / club the N-word. Okay? He started calling all the black people in there the N-word. So they said that they was trying to tell him, hey man, just leave. Just leave with your disrespect. We just want you to get up out of here with that. Okay? We trying to be patient with you. Everybody in the club is side-eyeing you. We gonna need you to leave up out of here. Well, he gonna say, I ain't going nowhere. All you N-words. I don't like you N-words. What y'all N-words gonna do? Okay? What y'all gonna do? I ain't going nowhere. What is y'all gonna do? Well, family, they started windmilling on the man. He walked in there with some shorts and a shirt on. And when they got through, he ain't have on nothing but his birthday suit, okay? Laying face down, ass up, okay? Yes. I done told y'all about going in these people club, messing with them. I'm telling you, stop it. That's what you heard. That's what you heard when you started all them N-words. Now, people, we gonna discuss this because for some reason, people are thinking that we are our generation back in the day, our ancestors. Our ancestors had to put up with a lot. And they went through a lot. And they made some progress because we are where we are today. Okay? Now, but they had always taught us, hey, don't fall for the disrespect. Don't do no disrespect. You deserve better. You deserve respect. And you deserve to give others respect. And when they disrespect you, you tell them. And when they still feel like you are beneath them and they're going to talk to you any type of way they want to talk to you, you know, you leave. Some people choose not to leave. Some people choose to give you this right here, right upside the head. And hey, people are free to say what they want to say, but understand, just because you can say what you want to say, don't mean you're not going to be held accountable or won't have any consequences behind it. Now, we are not back in the 19th centuries. Okay? This is a whole nother generation, a whole nother new generation. We don't take disrespect. We didn't teach our kids to take disrespect. Okay? Why is it so hard to respect each other? I don't get it. But anyway, family, he done went down there and thought that he could just walk up in there. I don't know what kind of juice he was on. He must have been drinking some of that monkey juice and thought that he could just go in there and do what he want to do. Point blank, period. And it didn't work out good. It didn't work out. It didn't work out good. Yes, it didn't. It didn't. And where was his friends at? Why did he go in that place anyway by himself, thinking that he can just rule everybody? See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are stuck back in the day. Now, he probably looked at that club and said, ooh, it's a whole bunch of N-words in there. Yes. And it brought him back to the plantations and all that. And hey, y'all get in order. Y'all get in order right now. Every one of y'all, get in order, you ninjas. Get in order. And it didn't work out right. What? See, sometimes that monkey juice will take you back to a dream and have you walking in a false reality until you get woke up. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, that's what it's given. But anyway, family, this is what he did. He went in there and he cut up. Okay. And boy, I tell you, see, he was stripped and hit with some poles saying the N word in Mississippi bar. Now, this is what they say. I'm going to tell y'all what they said. Man was attacked after walking into a Mississippi club and using racial slurs against the people. Okay? Um, that man went to the hospital Wednesday, believing he may have a broken jaw. The incident happened late Saturday night. Police were trying to determine if the attack is a hate crime. We're going to talk about that. Okay, Holy Springs police provided cell phone footage from a news station showing that the man who had been stripped down, police said that the people who attacked him are seen pouring beer on him in the video. Seconds before that happened, the police said the man was kicked and they putting hands and feet and windmilling on the man, okay, all over his body. Now, the guy walked in and he was aggressive, said Miles Stone. Stone said he was at the club at this place Saturday night when the incident happened. Other guys in the area were listening, trying to be calm. They asked the man to leave. Then the man continued to call them slurs of the N-word. In another video provided, Holly Springs police, the man can be seen outside the bar acting wild and throwing up what they say some of those gang signs, okay? When they were scuffling outside, he was still using the N-words. He said F-U-N's, okay? Yes, F all of you. Officers said the attackers, they used poles and sticks and all that stuff to windmill on the man. Stone said he doesn't believe the club to be a problem spot, but Holy Springs police disagree. The police chief estimated that the officers has been to this place or had about 30 calls at this here club before in the past 3 months, ever since it's been open. Police said they responded to some windmills at that place. They found weapons inside of the venue and a man being powed in the foot. The chief of police said that he's pushing the district attorney to declare this place a nuisance. Okay? I'm not sinning for anyone to understand that I don't agree with this. However, we have to live with our choices, and he made the choice to go in there aggressively and use some terrible choice words. Police said that they have a person of interest they would like to speak with. So they got a person in interest that they would like to speak with, and they would like for anyone who have information about this situation to let them know. They believe several people are involved and responsible. So please let them know. They reached out to the bar's owner, We have not heard back by this time the story was published. The business was closed. The business is closed due to operating without beer and business license. Okay. 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 Now, they say it's a person of interest that they are looking for. They got the person of interest that Joe messed up, ain't they? That's the person of interest. Because that's the person who went in there and thought it would be a wise idea to go into that club and call everybody in there N-words, as if he stuck back in the 1900s. That's the person of interest right there. So I'm trying to figure out what other person of interest. I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question. And then they said about they trying to see if it's going to be labeled a hate crime. Okay? Check this out. They trying to see. Underway investigation springs bar for possibly hate crime. Okay? So, the people who was inside of a club minding their business, dancing, partying, doing all that. Now, I don't agree with this bar owner not having business license and don't have his alcohol license and all that. Now, that's a whole nother story. But back to the bar incident. People are in there dancing, playing, having a great time, listening to music, and someone comes in there and disrupts the joint by calling everybody a hate word. A hate word. And was proud of it on video, being seen doing that. But then the people who was infiltrated are the ones that you're possibly going to try to put it and label them as a hate crime. When the one who came in there should be charged with a hate crime because he went in there with hate all in his soul, all in his mind, up and through his body. He went in there sparking up a hate crime. But these people who got violated are possibly going to be charged with a hate crime. See, they got hate crimes for everybody but melanated people. And when melanated people get violated because of a hate crime, they will still be charged for a hate crime for another person's hate crime. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Now, if these people get charged with a hate crime, everybody who goes over there in Mississippi Casino and dumping their money over there in that casino and doing all that, you need to rethink that. You need to rethink that. Because I am. Because like I told you, I traveled throughout the Gulf Coast, Alabama, Mississippi, New Orleans, Texas. But let me tell you, Alabama has a casino called Atmore Casino. Put your money over there and let's see about how they going to do this hate crime. If they be charged with it, people need to start holding their money. No. This is 2025. He went in there with a hell of a lot of hate. But then the people that he victimized or talked down to, like they was beneath him, they gonna get charged for the crime he walked in there doing. Why did he pick that place out? I'm just tripping. Juice Spence, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much. Joshua 991, salute. Jim C in the house. Salute. M Mac in the house. Another moderator in the house. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, Darlene Chestnut in the house. Nurse Petty in the house. Yes. Everybody in the house. Juice Spence said, you looking fabulous as usual. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your compliment. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah. Man, MX said he walking in with hate in his spirit. Exactly. But then I just showed y'all that they said Mississippi is thinking about possibly charging this to a hate crime. If we hear they did, people, our money don't need to go where people are treating our people like that. Because it's clear that he went in there with hate. Where's his hate crime? Because if you charge them with one, he need one. Yeah, he need one. Let me move on. Don't be going in nowhere. It just tripped me out how, it's obvious. We looking at it. Plain as day. This man is going in there just acting up. And they asked him to leave. Didn't nobody put their hands on him, say, go, leave, man, leave. But he was on that monkey juice or something else. And he just felt, because that's so strong in there that I just don't like that type of skin, to where he just had to keep on and keep on until he wind up in his birthday suit being windmilled on. Wow. Talking about his mouth was broke. But that's what you were talking with when you were saying the N-word, wasn't it? I mean, you don't hear him say that the arm is messed up. Don't hear him say that the leg is messed up. You don't hear him say about the back messed up. None of that. It was what you were spitting out of. The N-word out of it. See, people, I do not condone violence at all. But don't you go around walking in no clubs calling people the N-word. It's no way that I would go into any type of country club and just bust up in the joint and start calling people names. See, we ain't embedded with that type of hate. I mean, I'm pausing, family, because the incident is so hurtful. It could have been avoided. But it just goes to show what we have to go through every day. And then it's like the system will twist it to make sure no matter if you are being treated wrong, disrespected, and all that, you still have no win because of the color of your skin. Is that what we doing? But see, this generation fights. Our kids' generation fights. You're just not going to do us like you did our ancestors. All you have to do is respect. Is that so hard? Wow. Anyway, I'm gonna move on because you know, Darlene Chestnut said I have to do my replay. Okay, Darlene Chestnut. It's just sad. It's just sad. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. We got another sister down there in Charlotte, North Carolina, who is on the city council board, and she was taking C-19 money, and she's on the city council board. See, this is what I'm talking about our own people get on these city official positions and just don't do right. Just don't do right. Why is that? Why is it so hard to do right? But anyway, family, she done went and took some C-19 money, and they own her like white on rice. And she threw her a $15,000 birthday party. Yeah, Tawana. She threw her a $15,000 birthday party, and her daughters, they bought them a bunch of Louis Vuitton bags. Oh, they was chilling. They was getting down. Yes, they was getting down. Let me see. Because when I get to speaking truth, let me see. Okay. Let me get this back in here. But they went splurging off the C-19 money, and they just got her. Yeah, they just got her. And so what she did was, family, this is what she did. She's now indicted on federal C-19 loan. Now, Tawana Brown threw herself a $15,000 birthday party with a throne and a horse-drawn carriage using the C-19 money that she was wired, and then she wired it to her nonprofit organization, the federal prosecutor said. She and one of her daughters also are accused of using the relief money to purchase items from luxury brand Louis Vuitton. Yes. Brown first formerly incarcerated person elected to city council. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Now, she already had a history of fraud back in the day. And so now she got this C-19 fraud. Yeah, now she got this C-19 fraud. So she did 4 years for doing some type of fraud before. She did 4 years in jail, got out, she got a fresh start, a renewed start, and she was elected for city council. Then when she got on the city council board, she duped the C-19 relief funds out their money and threw a $15,000 birthday party. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Anyway, she's 53 years old and was elected to represent the West Charlotte District 3 in 2023. What do District 3 look like over there in Charlotte? I bet it looked like trash. I bet she is not doing her job. I bet it's holes in the street. What do District 3 look like over there in Charlotte? Is the water working properly? Is the sewage properly done? Because obviously she's worried about Louis Vuittons and birthdays to where she's not worried about the streets. Boy, these people here. Now, check this out. When she was in her 20s, Brown served 4 years in the federal penitentiary for felony fraud charges. She was pregnant when a judge sentenced her to those 4 years. While incarcerated, she gave birth to one of her daughters. So, she was incarcerated when she was in her 20s. Now she's in her 50s, still defrauding the government. But she was in her 20s, and when the judge had sentenced her, she gave birth to her daughter in the pen. Once you get out, ain't that enough to say, oh no, I ain't gonna do this no more, and I got a second chance, and I've been elected to the city council board, so yeah, I'm gonna straighten myself up. Not her. So she must have liked it in there. She must have liked it in prison. But my thing is, Charlotte, I find it quite strange that they can get this here woman for COVID fraud, and we still waiting on Shanquilla Robinson's case for the 2 DOJs that ruled for the Cabo 6, no criminal charges. Why is that? Because see, she's a city official. This here Tawana got her real quick, didn't it? So what's the hold up on Shanquilla Robinson case? The 2 DOJs that said no criminal charges for the Cabo 6, even after we saw it on videotape. I'm just saying. Nobody's investigating those 2 DOJs that made the decision, no criminal charges. And then they both gonna resign real quick. All right. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's how I look at it. Yes. Kendall R said exactly, Cafe. Yes. Ivan Curry in the house. Ivan Curry said, geez, that was so breathtaking in all directions. Yes. Max said, who the one that thought she was? Zaghetto Cinderella. Oh, Paul Cousin said, so the money didn't go to waste. Yeah. So, but hey, that's what they said she did. Now, check this out, family. I want to talk about this because it seemed like Megan just crashing out all over the joint, okay? Just crashing out. And I already talked about this, but then I see where her and her friend, Glorilla, they had a little problem because it was them. They have a little problem because Glorilla retweeted one of I'm talking about Cassie. I'm ready to get on that did it. But she retweeted Tory Lanez's new album. Okay? So you'll see that Megan had a little problem with Glorilla doing that. And Glorilla said, don't do mess, that she don't do no mess. Okay? Now, this is what happened. See, Megan had been crashing out because they say they got this new evidence and all that stuff. Instead of her just zipping her mouth and shutting up, she's crashing out over the internet, okay? And so Glorilla tweeted like something about Tory's song that Tory has released since he's been in the pen. And Megan didn't like it, and Megan unfriended her. They have, her and Megan has done songs together. But Megan got mad, okay? But are y'all close like that? I'm just saying. But Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion seem to have a brief issue in their friendship after Glorilla shared a Tory Lanez song on social media. On Wednesday, May 21st, fans noticed that the Houston rapper, 30, and the 25-year-old Glorilla artist were no longer following each other on social media because of Glorilla had posted that. And so Glorilla seemingly supporting Tory. That's how Megan took it. So Megan unfollowed her and they unfollowed each other and all that. But then they talked to each other, I guess, behind the scenes. And then they start back following each other. So I guess Megan told her that she was kind of hurt about her, tweeting one of Tory Lanez's songs. And so I guess that got that together. But my point is, okay, I seen y'all do a collab together, but I ain't seen y'all rocking like best friends like that. And who is it to tell me that I can't tweet something? I mean, come on now. Oh, you're supposed to be on my side, not his side. Or you supposed to be that. Okay, she's just putting out a song. And if somebody wants to buy that song or hear that song, Gorilla just put it on her page. Like, hey, Tory just came out with a new joint. Okay? Just like I guess she would anybody else. But because Megan got mad, then Gorilla have to pull her stuff down. Why? Are y'all best friends like that? Are y'all chilling like that? It don't seem like it. Just because I collab with you don't mean that I can't say what I want to say on my own page. That don't mean I support what he did. I just said, hey, the joint was pretty hot. And Megan went on her social media and she deleted her birthday post that I guess she did for Glorilla. She just wiped everything that had Glorilla on it off. A mess. Kid stuff. Anyway, my thing is, Megan been crashing out this whole week because Tory's representatives, or whatever you want to call it, said that they have new evidence to show that Tory did not pow Megan. Okay? And so I showed y'all how Megan just went off on the social media, went off on everybody about y'all believe him, not believing me, and he didn't say that when he was on the stand, and all that stuff. Just going off, crashing out, which I don't see why her people didn't tell her to stay quiet, don't say nothing. Okay? Because it was Tory representatives that said once they contacted Megan and everybody who was involved about the new evidence, a week later, Tory gets poked 14 times. Okay? Now, if I am the person who got powed and the people say, we got new evidence to show that this person didn't pow you, I'm going to say, okay, bring it on. Because if he didn't do it, somebody did. And I want to know who did it. I'm not going to get mad at the people. I'm not going to get that. That's if I honestly don't have anything to do with it, or if I honestly don't have anything to hide, or if I know I haven't lied about anything I've said. I would be like, okay, bring it on. We would love to see that. Because if he's not responsible, then we need to make the person who is responsible be held accountable. But when you go into an uproar like that, and you crash out, it brings a side eye. Y'all believe in him and y'all won't believe me. Well, first of all, let's talk about why certain people will not believe you, Megan. I like Megan, but I don't do stank. No, I don't. Okay? Now, let's talk about why some of the people probably don't believe you, Megan, okay? Because you sat right up there on Gayle King and told that lady when she asked you, have you ever slept with Tory Lanez? Have you ever had sexual relationships with Tory Lanez? Do you mean having, sleeping with him? Yeah. No. I've never slept with Tory Lanez. Then, when you got in that courtroom and had to go under oath, you said, yeah, I did. What? So, see, that's what I'm talking about. Stand on what you do. Stand on what you do. So then, everybody was like, man, so you did. So when you tell sometimes a small lie, everybody will sometimes think that you're lying about everything. Or it's hard to trust you because the way you told that lie, it was too calm and collective and too easy. So when you say in your post, y'all believe in him, but don't believe me, well, we hadn't really caught him in a big lie like that. We done caught you in a big lie, okay? I like you, but you lie. I got to keep it real. Now, Megan also said, I didn't feel it was none of Gayle business who I slept with. She didn't say she was going to ask me that question. I didn't even know she was going to ask me that question. But I probably slept with Tory about 1 or 2 or 3 times when he caught me on my drunk night. What? Then she said, he was catching me when I was out of my mind. Now, this is what Megan said on one of her social media lives, documentary or whatever she was doing. Yes, I talked to him 1 or 2 times, and he kept catching me on my drunk night. He was catching me when I was